Overpromised with Covino and Rich, presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports. Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code Overpromised, because life's a little more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Closer to Christmas.
What do we got? 4 more sleeps.
4 sleeps, buddy boy.
Let's go. Happy holidays. Covino and Rich, Overpromised. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm Steve Covino. That is Rich Davis. Spot is here, and thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yeah, appreciate you.
We're going to talk about leaving a game early, like Mr. Furley.
Is it wrong? Is it a crime in the world of sports, or is it the right thing to do? I feel like my dad... My whole childhood was about beating traffic.
Gotta beat the traffic, Richie.
I mean, you gotta leave Shea Stadium early.
I mean, you can't get caught up in the traffic. And, of course, Rich has your picks, but Travis Kelce,
put $1 in the Kelce Swift jar.
$1 in the jar, the most popular name. We can't stop saying it. It's sort of overdone, but he's a big star in the NFL. How could you avoid it?
Yeah.
And now you can't even more. And this story really has nothing to do with another name. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
This has to do with your little doggy. Or the little doggy, because according to, doggystats.com, according to the trends.
Doggy stats.
The name Kelce has rose 138% when it comes to little doggy names. So to me, it's a little girly doggy name, though, right? You don't name your boy doggy Kelce.
Well, because Kelsey's also like a woman's name.
Right, yeah. It's like, you got a cute little girl labradoodle or something. Oh, hey, come here, Kelce. I think it works as a doggy name. I do. I think it's a good doggy name.
Isn't that just a reflection?
It's according to rover.com.
Oh, I was close.
It's really just a reflection of the popularity of Taylor Swift. When you really think about it, the $1 billion tour, the hundreds of millions of dollars in the movie theater, her romance with Travis Kelce has not only made NFL ratings go up certain times, she is affecting what you name your freaking dog.
The Swiftie effect has trickled down to this, huh?
It's unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, my first instinct would have always been, that is so lame. Don't name your dog after an athlete. Come on. Name it a nice, strong dog name. Like Max. Or like Woofles or something cool.
Mine, after Max Scherzer, sorry.
Yeah. But when you see your own buddies, right, naming their kids after athletes, I'm like, well, it's not that bad.
People love sports. Look at Danny G, our producer. His son's name is Koa, middle name Bryant.
Exactly.
Koa Bryant.
My buddy Barnando, his son's middle name is Jeter, right? So when you got your buddies naming their kids after athletes, you're like, all right, well, it's not that bad. And now that I'm a doggy owner, right, my perspective is a little different, because I got into a little debate with my girlfriend. Wanted to name the doggy Fieldy after Fieldy from Korn, the bass player from Korn, because we bought the dog in Bakersfield, and that's where the band Korn is from. I'm like, Fieldy sounds like a cool dog name. There's a connection there.
I like it.
So if I'm willing to name, and by the way, I lost that battle because his name is Theo, right? So
she's a huge Theo Von fan.
Theo is the doggy's name, right? So look, if I was willing to name the dog after one of my favorite bands, because that's where we got the dog, it doesn't ring that odd to me anymore. It makes sense. So Kelce's not that bad of a dog name after all, in my opinion.
We've seen friends do it. I have a buddy whose dog's name is Wrigley. He's a big Cubs fan. Our buddy Paul in New York, big New York Giants fan. His dog, Eli, after Eli Manning. So there are dog names out there, and a lot of them have to do with athletes. In fact, your boy Mario Lopez, your doppelganger, apparently he names all his pets after his favorite fighters. In fact, he has a little French bulldog, Oscar, after Oscar de la Hoya.
Ah, hey, mama. Hey, Preppy.
And if you want to tie it back to Taylor Swift.
She named it Chavez after Julio Cesar Chavez.
Taylor Swift named her cat Olivia Benson after her love of Law & Order. And Mariska Hargitay ended up naming her cat Karma after Taylor Swift.
So, I mean, this sort of make that sense. I'm real quick to criticize and roll my eyes and say, that's dumb. But in reality, it's not. So based on the popularity of Kelce as a dog's name, we said, you know what? Let's come up with our own. let's come up with some other great options for you. The crazy pet owners out there.
Listen.
And I really think, Rich, Debo, your guy, it makes me think of Tiny Zeus Lister.
It does.
What bike? Makes me think of Debo, which is where he got his nickname from because his dad said he was the town bully. He was the neighborhood bully. They call him Debo, but it's a great doggy name. You got a little tough little dog?
Yo, and
you know what? A dog that's little that thinks he's tough.
Debo Samuel? That's my dog.
It's my dog. He got that dog in him.
Debo's a damn good name. And listen, when I was a kid, this was one in New York, and now it applies out here in Los Angeles. Wilson, now Betts. What about Mookie? Mookie's a damn good dog name.
Great dog name. Mookie. Hey, Mookie. You could see it, right?
Of course.
It's Mookie Betts nowadays. Mookie Wilson legend, especially in New York. But yeah, Mookie Betts for sure. How about this one? I don't know. It's a popular name this season, but it sounds like it could be a cutesy little dog name. Come here, Puka.
Oh, Puka Nicole.
Puka Nicole. Puka. Look at that handsome. Look at the mane on that guy.
But if you get a dog that you're naming Puka, does it need to be a dog with a glorious mane of hair?
It has to have a glorious mane like that. I mean, that's a Johnny Damon-like mane right there.
Wow.
Right? Oof. So Puka, you can see that, right? Oh, come here, Puka. Oh, that's such a cute name. Oh, yeah.
You know what? I can promise you, if you go down to San Antonio, Austin, New Braunfels, Selma, if you go to any of those towns, anywhere in South Texas, there's little puppies named Wemby.
Wemby is a good one, especially now. Yeah, popular name. I could see it happening. Here's the thing, and here's the thinking behind it. I don't think we're going to see people naming their kids Wemby or Wembenyama, right? No. So Wemby sounds like a good little dog, especially like a lanky sort of dog. Because I feel like
like a greyhound.
Yeah. I feel like the dog name has to match the character. So like if you have a husky, like a thick dog, like you name it Vogelbach, like something like that.
Vogie.
Yeah.
Vogues.
Yeah, it has to match the personality. And we think the number one doggy name moving forward, based on Kelce being the most popular right now, should be by far, easily, Antetokounmpo. Absolutely.
Very easy to say.
We think it just rolls off the tongue.
Come here, Antetokounmpo.
It was either that or based on the popularity the past few months, Yamamoto, but we're going with this one. Yeah.
Same person that named their dog back in the day, Saltalamacchia.
Yeah. So it's got to fit the personality, but I think it's a fair move to honor your sports heroes in this way. And it shows my evolution, Rich, because I would have been the first guy years ago to make fun of it.
Now, is it time to do our picks?
Let's go.
Now, I'm reading the feedback of our past episodes of Overpromised, and there's some people that don't get it. I'm not telling you that these are locks. I'm telling you that they all look good, and over the last couple of weeks, the NFL is so damn screwy. Everything that you think can happen is happening. It's that type of season.
It really is.
It's made it really fun. It may be a little frustrating from the gambling standpoint, but I got a couple this week that, hey, you hit some, you miss some, it happens. I like a 10-point 3-team teaser bet. Now, you could say, again, sucker bet. Teasers, 10 points? What the hell are you doing? I do these for fun. I have fun with the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I think, listen.
Well, it's supposed to be fun.
That's the whole point. Add a little action, have some fun. You win, you lose. It happens. I love 3 power teams winning. 3 power teams winning.
And can we bring that back?
And one's getting some points because I can't bet against my own team. Now, the Eagles are playing the Giants. Tommy DeVito magic. It's over. And the Eagles have to start really playing
based
better,
on this screwy season. Can you imagine?
I can't imagine.
It'd be a Christmas miracle.
I can't. They're 13.5 point favorites. I'm okay with the half a point. Eagles minus 3.5. If they can't beat the Giants by about a touchdown, I don't know what to tell you. So I like the Eagles minus 3.5.
Yeah.
Now, of course, this will probably fail, and you guys will make fun of me on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook.
That's the nature of the beast.
Eagles minus 3.5. The Niners are 5-point favorites over the Ravens. 5-point favorites over the Ravens. Now, you could argue, take those 10 points and make the Ravens 15-point underdogs. I think the Niners are so hot right now, and I can't bet against my own team. I like flipping it 10 points and making the Niners a 5-point underdog. Because It's in San Francisco. It's in the Bay Area. So I like the Niners.
Especially when Debo's playing. He's got that dog in him.
So I like the Eagles minus 3.5, the Niners plus 5, and the Chiefs are playing the Raiders. And I can't see the Raiders hanging. So
no, I don't see that.
The game's in Arrowhead. Chiefs by 10. Just make it Chiefs pick 'em. So you got Chiefs pick 'em, Eagles minus 3.5, and the 49ers plus 5. So that's your 3-team, 10-point teaser, power teams.
Now, you always ask, where could it go wrong? I still believe in the Christmas magic of Tommy DeVito. I still believe.
So you believe that the Chiefs will beat the Raiders? That the Niners, as an underdog in a teaser, versus the Ravens. You like that?
Here's the thing. We just don't know. A true championship team could rebound like your 49ers after a 3-game skid. Yeah. We don't know if the Eagles could rebound or what they're going through right now.
I mean, well, we're going to find out this week. So I love that we have football not only tonight, Saturday, Sunday, and 3 games on Monday, which brings me to my who effing knows 3-team money line parlay. Let's start with the Colts. They're playing at Atlanta. Atlanta said later to Ritter, you're out.
Later to Ritter.
Heineke's starting. I don't know if that makes a difference. I think the Colts are fighting for a spot here. I know the Falcons are fighting for playoff contention, but I think the Colts are just a better team. So I like the Colts, even though they're on the road, money line. The Packers are at Carolina. Now, the Panthers just came off of that rainy, shitty game where they beat the Falcons.
Yeah, that was their Super Bowl. They're done.
I think the Packers, who are fighting for a wild card, just need to win. So Packers, money line. Colts money line, and Seattle's playing at Tennessee. Geno Smith is coming back. Drew Lock had a cool story, but I think you saw that fiery backwards hat wearing Pete Carroll speech. I think Seattle's really fighting for that playoff spot.
Oh, especially when he turns the hat backwards. It's like Stallone what movie was that?
Over the Top.
Over the Top.
So
means business.
Check it out. This is your 3-team money line parlay, and again, where could it go wrong? Probably a lot of ways it could go wrong, but I'll tell you this. I like it. So take a look. Moneyline parlay. Colts, Packers, Seahawks. Where does it go wrong to you?
Ooh. I like that Geno Smith is coming back. I do like the Seahawks.
Geno against Tennessee, you like.
Geno, I
Packers, like. Against Carolina, you like the Packers.
I'm with you on these, man.
Is it the Colts and Falcons? You think the Falcons, what if Heineke has a game?
No, I see all these coming through. If they don't, it just goes to show you what we said earlier. Screwy season.
It happens.
It's hard to tell. It does happen, so but those are some good ones.
Those are 2 that I like. So I'm locking them in. Hey, it makes it a little more fun. And if you don't like my picks, screw you. No, hey, at
F you, creepo.
At Covino and Rich, you could always chime in. Now, what you got to do, NFL fans, it's time to unwrap the nonstop football action. So this holiday season, throw down on some big matchups with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. This week, new customers bet just $5 on the NFL and score $150 instantly in bonus bets.
So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now with code OVERPROMISED. New customers can bet $5 on the NFL action, score $150 instantly in bonus bets, only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code OVERPROMISED. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus. Age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
I'm just reading someone's comments on our Overpromised feedback, saying that what they've been doing, their strategy is to just bet opposite of me.
Oh, there you go. Hey, whatever works.
That might work for you.
Whatever works. Welcome back to Overpromised. Again, code Overpromised. DraftKings. It's Covino and Rich, Fox Sports Radio, Monday through Friday. We'll be filling in for Dan Patrick throughout the holiday, so listen out. Follow us at Covino and Rich, at Fox Sports Radio. We got to talk about leaving a game early. Some people think there's an art to it, like Rich's dad.
Oh, my dad? Listen, know what it was? It was, you go to Shea Stadium back in the day.
Yeah.
The 7th inning stretch happens, and then Lazy Mary comes on by, I believe, Lou Monte.
We can't be lazy now. That means time to
go. They play that Italian anthem.
Yeah.
No batting. 7th inning, right? That 7th inning stretch. we would watch 7th inning. The minute the top of the 8th hit, parking lot.
Yeah,
my dad was, I don't think,
probably saved an hour.
Bro, until I was a grown man, until I was a probably 20-something-year-old guy where I went to a game with friends instead of my parents, I don't think I ever watched the whole game.
Well, that's why we do the things we do. There's a reason Rich has to have the helmet with the ice cream every time he goes, because Dad said, no, we got Briar's at home. We gotta go. So Rich has to stay till the very end, and Rich has to get his ice cream. And that's why we do the things we do. Now, there's a story about this, okay? We'll debate which is the right thing to do. Emily Ratajkowski, or as you call her, Emily Ratatouille. I mean, she's gorgeous, right?
Oh, yeah.
Emily Ratajkowski.
She's one of those women that I remember when I first saw her on that Blurred Lines video, and I was in love with her. And then her personality sort of came through, and I'm like, nah, I'm not interested.
I'm
not feeling it.
I have no complaints. So her and Arena Shake were at a Knicks game. You know Arena Shake? Remember who she is?
That is the Tom Brady girlfriend, right? Bradley Cooper's the mother of his kids, right?
The Tom Brady model, right? Yeah. So again, another beautiful model. So they're courtside at the in-season tournament watching the Knicks. And the Knicks are down 21 points. And it was like, a few minutes left in the game. And they decide to leave. The Knicks have a crazy turnaround. And they end up beating the Heat 198. But everybody knew that they left because all eyes were on them. It was on the Knicks, but still on them at the same time. And they're like, they weren't there. So again, fast forward. This month, Emily Ratatouille reaches out to the New York Rangers and says, I'd like to have tickets to the game. And the Rangers politely say, nah. They say they offered, but they offered her to buy the tickets. They're like, yeah, you're more than welcome to come, but we're not giving them to you. And now everybody's saying it's because she left the in-season tournament early. So she's not a real fan. She's there for the photo ops, and she's just there. And, hey, we're not going to give up our tickets. There's so many fans that want to be there in that moment.
She's also rich. Pay for the tickets.
Pay for the tickets. I mean, that's just how the world works. It's backwards. Still. But, and I know what you're thinking, how could she do that? I get it. I really do. I know Rich doesn't, but I get it. She's a model. You are not. You are not Emily Ratajkowski or Arena Shake. You don't deal with the hassles they deal with getting out of the arena. You know how it must be for them to get out and people wanting to sign their autographs, take a picture, take a selfie, being gawked at, being followed. They're trying to just get out of the game regardless.
I understand, believe it or not.
Yeah, I really think that has something to do with it. It's easy to criticize.
Maybe they got advice from my dad also. Maybe like, you guys, ladies, you should leave early.
Look, when I was a kid, just like you, Rich, I was the same way. Like, can't we just stay? Come on.
Beat the traffic.
Can we get cotton candy? Come on. Let's stay. But now, as an adult, you would think that, the universe is trying to teach me a lesson because I have a few examples where it backfired, but you want to beat the traffic. You want, especially in New York, that subway, you're packed in there like sardines. It's horrible. It's a nightmare. You're nuts to butts with strangers that stink, right? So
sounds like a good time.
Yeah, no, that's just a nightmare. Rich and I and like 50 of our listeners were at a Yankees game. It was 2018, I remember. I believe it was June 20th, 2018. It was a big listener convention of ours. Believe it or not, people show up for us. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
We're at a Yankees game, and this is Giancarlo Stanton's first year. And you know the mentality of a Yankees fan. You got to earn your pinstripes, dude.
Here we go.
Here we go. You got to earn. So hold on. My point here is there's always a reason. It may backfire, but hey, the Yankees are losing 5-3, right? It's like the 9th inning. It's 8th inning or something, 8th, 7th, 8th. Either way, we're like, guys, we're here with a group of people. Nuts to butts on the subway, or we leave early. So I was part of the executive decision to say, hey, guys from out of town, we got to go. Yeah. We got to leave a little early. And there's nothing more deflating than when you're leaving the ballpark and all of a sudden you hear the roar of the crowd.
Oh, it's the worst.
And you're like, net is high, net is far, net is gone. Giancarlo, he's so, Parlo. This was the moment Giancarlo earned his pinstripes. The Yankees scored 2 runs to tie it up, 5-5, and then he hit a walk-off 2-run bomb, and we missed it. We missed it.
Center field. There it goes.
signature moment. See ya.
Signature moment. And Covino's in the parking lot.
He's on the subway platform.
And here's the worst part is people know you're there and they're like, yo, man, you were there at the game. And then you have to like be embarrassed and yeah, but we left early.
Or do you lie?
Or do you lie is another question.
Yeah.
And then you think we learned our lesson.
Oh, we didn't.
But we were at the Denver game this year.
Yeah, Broncos,
Vikings,
Dobbs, Russell Wilson. It was actually ended up being a really good game. It was the game where the Broncos won in the last minute of the game.
They end up coming back. They were losing pretty much the whole game. They come back 21-20. Russell Wilson with that insane pass to Sutton at the end of the end zone. We hear the crowd. The same thing. It's
I
like
saw
deja
it.
vu.
I saw it on my phone.
And then your friends hitting you up like, dude, you were there. That's crazy.
We were there, but
we were there trying to get in an Uber.
With a couple minutes left, we were like, whether or not Russell Wilson drives the ball down the field, I'm not a Broncos fan. It's fun. But, you know, do you really want to be on that Uber line?
That's the thing.
And we're like, let's go. We'll take our chances. And then we hear the crowd erupt. It happens. So do you stay for the whole game?
Look, I feel like we've learned some lessons to stay. But
you're not going to change your
I'm not going to change the feeling of having, especially if you're with little kids, right? Because you're thinking as a parent now. You're like, I got to get my kid out of here. The traffic is too much. You're sitting. No one wants to sit in traffic for that long.
Covino and Rich went to Jingle Ball with our daughters.
Yeah.
I took my daughter. He took his daughter. And, we left towards the very end of Dua Lipa when the whole crowd of female viewers and listeners were going nuts because we're like, well, do we want to get to our car and get out of here? Or not. And we actually left a concert early too. I listen, people do it. I'm team leave slightly early, like a little early. Like I'm talking as the clock's winding down, I want my 1 foot out of the stadium. You're
taking the risk of missing that magical moment, which is why we watch sports. That's the thing. But nothing feels better than knowing you beat that traffic home and you didn't have to sit in that mess.
Dude, it's like getting to Chipotle. It's pretty empty. Then you look around and you're like, wow, there's 15 people behind me.
So
got here at the right time.
Even though the Rangers are saying, nah, too bad, and the public's saying, too bad, Emily Ratajkowski. I'm saying, and hey, maybe it gets us on her good side, Rich. You never know. I'm saying I understand.
I get you.
I get you.
Wilson, have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy multiple days of football. Tonight, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and we'll be back next week for a special holiday edition of Overpromised. We'll see you then. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the Overpromised land. Merry Christmas.
Bye.